Hey guys, what is up and welcome to my channel. It's a Hardback Life. My name is Jordan, and today we're going to be talking about a mix mash of things. One being Heartstopper. These are all 4 novels in my hand. And then my wrap up, and then some recent reads. So let's get started, shall we? First off, I want to briefly mention this beautiful work of art called Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. This is a graphic novel series that she wrote, and it's very amazing. It's about 2 boys, Nick and Charlie, who basically build a beautiful friendship which turns into something more. And throughout this series, tons of things happen. Like there's bullying happening. I should have said our main characters are attending high school, an all-boys school called Trueham in England, and there's all kinds of things that get explored in these novels, such as bullying, depression, eating disorders, cutting, there's whatever have you, and also just identity. And Alice Oseman talks about all these different subjects in such a beautiful way in this book, in these graphic novels, and I love this series. And it is now a television show on Netflix, and I'm telling you, after you read the first one, you are not going to want to stop, because they get better and better with each graphic novel. So I definitely 100% recommend Heartstopper, the graphic novel, and I also recommend the television show. The television show is brilliant, and I can't wait to see what they do for season 2 in 2023. But yeah, Heartstopper season 1 is on Netflix right now. Go watch it. Oh, so good. Now let's talk about my wrap up, you guys. Okay, so for my wrap up, I read volume 4 of Heartstopper, and I actually started reading Heartstopper February. I randomly bought the first book in end of January, and I didn't start it until February, and I've read the first book in a day because I couldn't stop reading it. And then immediately the next day I bought second and third volume, and I read the second volume in the same month. But then I had to resist reading the third one because I wanted it to last. I wanted to keep reading, but like in a slower manner. And so I didn't read the third volume until March. Absolutely loved the third volume, but the way it ended made me want to go find the fourth one. And it took me a whole week to find the fourth volume because Barnes & Noble was didn't have many copies, or any copies at all. I had to go to 3 different stores to find the fourth volume. 3 different Barnes & Noble stores around the valley in my in my state of Arizona. And I finally found a third store that I went to. And oh my god, the way the fourth one ended just makes me want volume 5 to come out now. But we're gonna have to wait till maybe the end of this year or beginning of 2023 for that to happen, unfortunately. And the second book that I read was a disappointment. It was... Oh, I had it upside down. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This was an anticipated release in 2021. I didn't get to it. And I also didn't buy it because I just didn't. And I finally did buy it like a few months ago, and I read it. Now, before you say anything, I did not read Caraval. I haven't read it yet. I bought the whole box set, so I do plan on reading the series this month. But yeah, I read this one first. And also, before you say anything about if you read Caraval, you would have loved this book. That's not necessarily true, because I know people who've read Caraval who have read this book as well, and they didn't like this book as much. Anyway, this is about a girl named Evangeline Fox who believes in true love and all that jazz. She believes in fairy tales and such. And she is left brokenhearted because the love of her life is set to marry her stepsister. And that's not a spoiler, that's in the synopsis. And so she reaches out to the Prince of Hearts, who is a character that is introduced in Caraval, the Caraval trilogy, named Jax. She reaches out to him, she prays to him, begs him to stop the wedding, and he agrees only if she makes a deal with him. And she decides to do that. Now, the deal that she makes with him is she has to kiss 3 people. And with that, when she does that, things are going to happen. We don't know what his end game is, but Jax has something up his sleeve. I thought that this book was okay, but I mostly didn't like it because I thought the characters fell flat and were somewhat boring, and the plot just kind of died a little bit for me. There was so much hope for this book, like it would go in a direction I was liking, and then it was a total letdown. And then there were things that were just thrown in here randomly. Like, well, I won't share it with you. If you haven't read the book, I don't want to spoil it too much for you. I am still going to read the second book, and I'm also going to go back and I'm also going to go back and read Caraval. It's literally on my desk. Caraval is behind me somewhere. The whole box set. Anyway, but yeah, this book was a huge disappointment for me. I might reread it before the second one, The Ballad of Never After, comes out. But yeah, this book just wasn't it. No. But I did enjoy the writing. But it still wasn't it. Okay, on a more positive note though, my recent reads. Alyssa Cole, When No One Is Watching. This book was so freaking good. It's a psychological thriller about gentrification. And in this book, obviously, our main character, Sydney, she's living in a mostly black neighborhood in Brooklyn, New York. And things are changing when all these shops are coming into her city and replacing the ones that she grew up with, and a lot of Caucasian white people are moving in, and there's some underlying and creepy things going on, like her neighbors are starting to disappear somehow, and like at a faster rate than you would even recognize. And just there's a lot of things like that you find out in this book that are super crazy. The book was basically saying it's a Rear Window meets Get Out. So if you've seen either of those movies, you know that this has a very psychological, creepy, I don't know, experience. But I loved it. There's also a little romance going on in this book. 5 stars, definitely recommend it. You must read it. Also, the other book that I'm reading is called Crave. This is the first of a planned 6 book series, at least to my knowledge. There's 2 more books coming out. This is about a girl named Grace who moves to Alaska to be with her uncle and her cousin because her parents died. And at the school that she attends, which is run by her uncle, she finds out the school is full of magical creatures. And the unfortunate thing for her is all these magical creatures automatically dislike her. Because she is basically the only human that attends the school. And yeah, it's not exactly a fun time for her. That's all I know about it. I've only read the first 40 pages. But I'm enjoying it so far. And some people tried to compare this to Twilight. So far from what I'm reading, it's not like it. I mean, we have our main character who goes to a school full, like, where there are vampires and all that stuff, but, like, from what I've been reading about and what I've heard, the main character, the vampire dude, he's not described to be like Edward, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, so far I just really think this is good. Anyway, you guys, that was my wrap up and recent reads in a nutshell that I just want to share with you. I hope you guys have a great night. Oh, before I go, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. That would mean so much to me, and that would get you guys updated on when I post more content, which I'm definitely going to give you guys a TBR. It's going to be like a historical fiction TBR, because my other books that I'm going to read, I'm just going to wing it on those. But the historical fiction TBR is going to be about a historical fiction readathon that is happening this month. And if you know me, you know how much I love historical fiction. So, yeah. Also, if you've seen a lot of these packages here, these are unopened packages from Barnes & Noble and other places. I'm going to be doing a book haul soon, so be on the lookout for that. Anyway, you guys, I shall catch you later. Bye.